Hi, welcome back to Couch Talk. I'm your host Cass, and this is Callie. So our first guest today is Judith Butler. Her most recent YouTube video has been getting a lot of attention lately, especially in the transgender community. So everybody, please welcome Judith Butler. So, your most recent YouTube video has been getting a lot of controversy lately. So why was it so important for you to talk about the boy that was killed, the 8-year-old boy who was killed because of the way that he walked?
I think it's important because many people just don't feel comfortable in their own skin and are criticized for being someone they want to be, and they don't have a choice when they're born. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a girl, or I want to be a girl. So they're automatically placed the gender they have, and they feel that uncomfort, and just because they want to be who they want, they get criticized or even murdered and bullied just to be who they want to be.
That makes so much sense. Now a follow-up question. What are your personal opinions on transgender people?
I think they should be accepted because they have a choice. Everyone has a choice, and I think their choice of being different should be acceptable. And just because this society has standards for both genders, I think that those expectations shouldn't be like something that they feel obligated to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it should be acceptable, and I have strong opinions towards it. And basically, yeah, I just think that if you want to be who you want, you just become it.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. It was so lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Hey. Thank you so much for being here.
It's been nice meeting you.
Because of his busy schedule, I had to do an interview earlier this week with David Brooks, writer of Honor Code. So go ahead and take a look. So, Mr. Brooks, the one question that's been weighing heavily on everybody's mind is, why is Henry V such an inspiration in your writing?
Well, Henry V symbolizes what every young boy represents because they're rambunctious when they're young, and when they're older, they're courageous.
So our next guest is Deborah Tannen, author of His Politeness is Her Powerlessness. So please welcome Deborah Tannen.
Take a seat. So nice to be here.
So nice to have you. So why do you think that when men and women say the exact same thing, it gets interpreted completely differently?
We can refer this back into history when women were seen as housewives and inferior to men. And based upon this, society has influenced and shaped gender norms.
So why do you think that women who are in business, who are generally assertive, get labeled or stereotyped as being bossy?
I think men are just not used to women being in a higher position than them in a workplace.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. It was so lovely to talk with you.
Thank you for letting me be your guest.
Of course, anytime. So our next guest is the author of Prelude the Barbershop, Mr. Rashad Ashanti Young. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Kat.
So why was it so important for you to be seen as masculine in the Black community?
Well, you see, Cass, growing up with the people I did, it was hard for me not to follow the same standards as they did. You know, growing up within the Black community, usually men are expected to be the leader, the head of the family, you know, and not being able to be that can be viewed as lesser within our race. You know, men in society are viewed to be strong and, well, obviously the leader of the family, you know, and yeah.
Well, as I understand what you're saying, so
Yeah.
follow-up question. Do
Okay.
you still feel as though you're an outcast in your community, or do you feel as though you're more accepted now that you wrote The Barbershop?
No, you know, this is the reason why I wrote The Barbershop. You know, The Barbershop to me represents how one race can't always conform to just one race, you know? Sometimes we're not born to be, or we're not born to fit in within our community, you know? Like, for example, as myself, sometimes I can't always fit in even with being highly education, or being highly educational, excuse me, pardon me, I still can't always fit in with the white group. Yet when I'm in a black community, also it's hard for me to try to follow the way other black men act or stand within the race.
Well, thank you so much for being here. It was so nice to meet you.
Oh, it was a pleasure being here. I love the audience here. Everybody was so nice. Thank you so much. You were great.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
So that's the end of our show. Thanks so much for tuning in with Couch Talk. I'm your host, Cass, and this is Callie. Have a great day. Say bye. Say bye.